Good afternoon, everyone. Today we're going to talk about socializing in English. Now, why is socializing important? Well, when you're socializing in English, it's important to have a good communicative rapport with whom you're speaking, of course. In order to achieve a good communication relationship, one thing you can do is to begin with small talk. Everybody says, oh, small talk, what's small talk? Do we need small talk? Well, small talk is just simple talk about common everyday topics, such as families, the weather, job, food, travel, and the like. Weather is a good one because it is something that affects everyone in any area at any given time, and often at the same time. So it's something that we can experience together immediately. For example, if it's raining outside, everyone knows it's raining, everyone's going to get wet. So that's a good conversation starter. If it's hot, everyone feels sweaty, everyone's hot and sticky, A good small talk starter is to say something like, wow, it got hot super quickly, or man, it's pouring cats and dogs today. Regardless of where it came from, it's still used in small talk. One thing I like to do is to say, hey, is it cold enough or hot enough for you? Or is it wet enough for you outside, Usually people respond with, yeah, it's hot enough, thank you, right? Of course, this is meant to be answered with, no, I hate it, right? Or yes, it's hot enough, please stop, right? So this is a fun way to engage in small talk, and it's a fun way to start a conversation with someone. You want to put them at ease, That's the purpose of small talk, to put your interlocutor at ease so they don't worry about who you are, right? And the more purposes of small talk is to help two or more people feel comfortable engaging in deeper talk that they may do later. Yeah, so small talk can help you get into that feeling of knowing who you're talking to, right? Knowing with whom you're discussing. You're not really discussing anything super important at this point, but it does help people relax together, especially if they don't know each other very well, if you're just meeting each other for the first time. Another good way to engage in socializing at a party or something, or at a function, which we haven't been to in a couple of years because of COVID, is to bring up the topic at hand. Why are you at that party? Why are you at that function? For example, if the topic is an upcoming presentation, right, you have in your class, you can start by telling how you feel about doing the presentation, If you feel anxious or worried, let people know, wow, geez, I'm pretty nervous about that presentation Mauro has us doing, God, It may be helpful for you to think like this, right? Sometimes I talk like that, and it really helps me. It helps me relieve my anxiety. You can also demonstrate your confidence by telling some fellow students or fellow researchers or colleagues what you are going to present or what you're going to talk about at any given function or presentation. I've already researched X and Y, so I'll talk about my research in X and Y today. In addition, you could ask the whys. For example, why does your professor do this or that? Why does your professor wear a toupee or thick glasses or what have you, or a shaggy beard, right? Or give these or those kinds of assignments, etc., right? Or why does he give such short deadlines? Or why some school policy is the way it is, Why do you think we have to give 3 presentations in each semester? Isn't 2 enough? So this can actually help release your anxiety and relieve kind of the pressure that you have, because maybe your interlocutors or others may feel the same way. So it actually could lead to some good communication starters. Finally, you could use humor to use in social settings. And this is a really good way to relieve anxiety or to kind of bring up the mood. You can tell a funny story, relate a funny episode that happened to you recently, right? And even if you don't think it's super funny, it's going to be enough to help people kind of feel more relaxed. Talk about something funny you've heard or seen recently. Tell a few jokes. A lot of people tell jokes, right? And a lot of famous people start out by telling a funny story or telling jokes, right? So, I mean, this is how it's done recently, really, right, to relieve anxiety or to kind of get one up on the issue, right? So hopefully these are some good suggestions for you to help you in socializing in English. Again, it's good to start off with a small story, small talk, right? Humor and talking about the topic at hand. This can really relieve anxiety and help you find more ease and more comfort in socializing in English. Thanks for joining us on Jeff's World English. See you next time.